Honeybees are incredible pollinators that play a vital role in the ecosystem and agricultural industry. However, their most cherished contribution is the delectable honey they produce. Inside the beehive, the process of creating honey from nectar involves cooperation between thousands of worker bees executing complex tasks with precision. Here's a look at the step-by-step process of how bees make honey. Foraging for nectar. Honey production begins with forager bees leaving the hive each day in search of nectar. They visit blossoms like clover, alfalfa and basswood that secrete sugary nectar to attract pollinators. Bees swoop from flower to flower, collecting minute amounts of nectar on their hairy bodies. One bee can visit between 50,100 flowers during a collection trip. Transferring nectar. Back at the hive, foragers regurgitate and transfer their nectar loads to waiting receiver bees using their mouths. The unloading process takes place on the hive's entrance stoop. Receiver bees then take the nectar further into the hive to pass along again. This serial transfer allowing bees to minimize energy expenditure. Nectar processing. Young worker bees called house bees receive nectar loads in their honey stomachs. These specialized organs allow storage and transport without mixing with digestive enzymes. Back in the hive, they unload nectar droplets into honeycomb cells. Other house bees fan their wings to circulate and evaporate some of the nectar's water content, concentrating its sugars. Ripening and dehydrating. As house bees continue fanning their watery nectar, other workers cap storage cells with wax once the moisture level reaches around 18–20%. They then transfer honeycomb frames to ripening rooms in the hive where slower air circulation further dehydrates the nectar over 2–4 weeks. Proper drying prevents fermentation while maximizing honey's shelf-stable moisture and flavor profiles suited to bees' needs. Sealing and storing. Once dried to around 17% water content, honey is fully ripened and ready for sealing by house bees. They cap remaining cells tightly with wax to protect against invaders, moisture fluctuations and ensure longevity for food stores over winter when no flowers bloom. Sealed honeycomb frames are then positioned toward the hive's core for insulating storage near the queen and brood areas. Honey variations. Subtle flavors emerge as nectar sources vary regionally and seasonally. Common honey varieties include clover honey light, mild sweetness from clover blossoms. Alfalfa honey slightly darker with a robust flavor from alfalfa fields. Orange blossom honey delicate citrus notes from orange groves. Wildflower honey vibrant, complex profile from mixed floral nectars. Buckwheat honey robust molasses-like taste from buckwheat flowers. Harvesting honey. Beekeepers only remove a portion of beehives' ripened honey stores each season, leaving plenty behind for colony needs over winter. Frames of sealed honeycomb are slowly uncapped with specialized knives during autumn harvesting. Extractors spin frames to drain out honey for packaging while minimizing wax collection. Most consumer honey undergoes additional filtering to clarify its appearance. Here are some additional interesting details about how bees make honey. Sugars and enzymes. Bees add enzymes to the nectar that begin breaking down its complex plant sugars into simpler sugars like glucose and fructose. This makes honey more easily digestible for bees over winter. Honey pot worker bees produce and store honey in their honey stomach, which is like a specialized crop or honey pot. Their bodies quickly transfer nectar from the stomach without digestion. Moisture is crucial. Honey can't be stored long-term at more than 21% moisture or it will ferment. Ripening and dehydration reduce moisture to around 17% through fanning and controlled hive ventilation. Honeycomb construction. Bees secrete beeswax from glands on their abdomen to build the perfectly hexagonal honeycomb structure, which efficiently stores honey with minimal extra space. Temperature control. Ventilation and positioning of honeycomb frames allow bees to regulate the hive's internal temperature and humidity levels needed for optimal nectar processing and storage. Nurse bees. Young worker bees called nurse bees help care for larvae, give them feed, build comb, and perform other hive maintenance duties before graduating to foraging. Colony cooperation. Tens of thousands of bees coordinate individual tasks through pheromone communication to effectively collect, refine, store and protect the hive's honey supply year-round. Through cooperation and precise metabolic conversions, honeybees tap nature's sweet bounty and transform it into their treasured golden superfood. Their hives provide not only sustenance but showcase nature's perfection in productivity achieved through dedicated communal effort, truly making their honey the sweetest reward of all.